carry the burden. We all have something or the other that weighs heavily on our shoulders. Matters of the body, mostly. We're just beginning to get there. Then of the mind and the soul through the spirit. These words may sound very sophisticated or hi-fi, but they're coming from a very simple person going through a simple life. It's like anyone else. Upon reflection, thinking, looking into, these words of wisdom spring forth, blessing me, touching me in such a way that I also feel inspired to share it. A couple of days ago, all of a sudden, my throat got attacked. Another phase of cleanse, extreme pain. There is no end to this work. As long as I can remember, I've also carried a burden in the body as a woman. One thing leading to the other. But through all that pain and suffering, there's always been strength risen and healing experienced. Most of the times when we are overwhelmed with the condition, whether it's in the body or the mind's emotions, or just that uncomfortable feeling within, spirit just squirming, nowhere to go, states of minds that radiate an imbalance of sorts. Difficult to be with yourself, difficult to be in the space, difficult to carry out daily activities. Obviously, I'm talking with and to hearts like mine. So upon reflection, as I remember my life, I would go into a deep sense of kind of like a spell. It's sometimes the pain is so unbearable, you don't know what to do. You're just holding on to something or waiting in that space of that burden that you're carrying. Very heavy spirit just lays on you and you're just sitting there waiting for it to pass. Doesn't matter what it is, comes in different shapes and forms in all kinds of bodies. No one escapes that. So for me, it was looking into some kind of an activity or a place in my mind and heart that separated me from this room of not so good feeling. For example, I remember this one time I had a really bad stomachache. I was at home for holidays. I was probably in my 11th grade or so. My parents were helping me, and I was watching people just being so helpless. I was just holding on and doing whatever I needed to do to work with this pain that had wrapped around me. So I would just go into drawing. I had that gift to be able to draw. I had a good sense of space. I could, copy drawings that I like, faces. I remember drawing a galloping horse and some other a face, some old man's face. I don't remember. Came out so perfect, even through that pain that I was going through. So how did I do it? This is not about glorifying the pain or suffering or the art form that came out through that. This has nothing to do with that. It's about a process. It's a story of a relationship with the spirit within, and how it's grown, how it's matured, how it has infiltrated all the other parts. How it has matured my thought patterns, so on and so forth. It's vast. You can go anywhere with this. So coming back to live happenings, just a couple of days ago, all of a sudden I don't know what I did wrong. Every time I think I've done so well, oh, I'm at that place, you feel good, you feel free. All of a sudden you're in a space where, oh wow, it's happening again. But you deal with it because now it's become a pattern. Now I'm trained. I feel more confident. Because this place and space where your mind can think clearly, you're aware, you're not lost, you can witness, you're able to cope. It's a very beautiful place to be in. And you don't want to go back or relapse into other states of minds that you've been in and experienced. It's choice to make. My sole intention is to help someone. If you're in that state and you need relief, simply just for the record, to state the facts. After this thing, we used to call it this thing, the thing started to happen to us. It was something that hit us from outside. We started to catch it, see it, experience it, record it, to actually becoming one with it. So you could say it's grown on me. I was asked to just do this. It was so beautiful. I didn't even feel like deserving to be in the presence of such beautiful wisdom and a spirit so strong that you feel so comforted and you feel very comfortable being with it. It's exact opposite of that place from which you're seeking relief. By then, my body was experiencing pain and suffering at biblical proportions. So there is a pattern here, and I recognize it, and I keep remembering what I did to rise up above it, and I continue to do my best to keep up my efforts, because I kind of know now that after this passes, I will receive the grace, and now I'll be in a place to share the experience. So in a way, I welcome it. Not that I'm very fond of it. It's excruciating sometimes. Not even of this world. So basically, nothing really works like medications or something of the world. So I stopped even doing that. Everything healed naturally. Very organic product here. And 100% it's successful. I don't wish this on anyone, nor am I preaching my ways to be incorporated in anyone's life. I'm simply sharing a story here. And an empowering tone, an upliftment of sorts. If anyone out there is praying for relief, no side effects, so the throat attack came on. It was so sudden and so fast, it creeped up on me. Something went inside my sinuses, and this is a science. This is literally a science. You can apply it in any way, in your own way, because it's your body, your mind. It's my body, my mind. What I'm experiencing is only known to me. So I'm the best person for this job. That's why it's called self-improvement, right? Knowing your own self. It's a journey we are on here. Then later, when I started to get a little more space to be with this a little more freely, because, like I said, I felt so blessed and I felt His grace, that hand, and miraculous. But it's very, very practical. This kind of magic is not uncomfortable to be with, and there's no deception here. There is a science behind it, but it's certainly supernatural because something like this I have not experienced in my life. So it was something new. There was a narrow path and I was following that. Couldn't go here or there. So now that you know you don't have any control, you kind of surrender to it. Today is like third or fourth day I'm with this burden that I'm carrying. So I did the work. I became very, very quiet from within because the sensation of that kind of pain in the throat, it's like there's a knife in there. You cannot do anything. Can't talk, can't swallow, you can eat. And then it just accumulates and it grows into different kinds of, if you want to know the deep, juicy details of the nature of this kind of very strange and unnatural event. But I choose to do my normal activities like nothing has happened. It's kind of like a background app. I keep thinking about this. That my son used to say, I'm busy watching a movie in my mind. So it's like that. You just get into a screen mode where this thing that has attacked you, basically it's something that is very potently seeking attention. Of course you deal with it, whatever you need to do. I do neti pot, put some salt in hot water, very, very effective. By the way, I would recommend it anytime your sinuses get clogged and you have a little throat buggy. It's a little tiny little like a teapot, and you fill it with a mild warm water, not very hot, because the inside of the nostrils are very sensitive, and a little bit of salt. I love that thing. And it clears out the passage, flushes out anything, any phlegm, mucus that's stuck in there, and it clears out your nose. Although if it is a very strong bug, like it's attacked me, it could keep growing because it's active. It's a live germ that's somehow caught on to me. So I realized that was happening, and when the throat pain started, I caught it right away. So I did that and then waited to see what happened. So basically being aware of what is really happening in your body and then do the needful. So you see, you're in the center, not too much, not too less. A very balanced state in the body. Of course, if you have fever or if it gets worse, you can take a tablet. So see, I am balancing what's happening in my body at the mundane level to tracking how my thoughts are, how my mind is, because it's very powerful. If we get too much into feeling bad about what's happening, or then start to aggravate its presence, then the emotions get stronger and stronger and stronger, and now we are now completely consumed by that. So doing anything from that place will be very, very difficult. We could get bedridden, we could, it could go into any room in that area. So tracking the mind's reactions, the thoughts, then that in turn balances how you feel. I've known several people who, when they're sick, are nasty as hell. And I have known people who have gone through very close people, personal life, people who have had extreme suffering, but not a word of complaint, or never ever throwing it on someone else. Get it? So this is two kinds of archetype of behavior that can erupt based on what's happening in the body. So I'm aware that there is some kind of a toxic bug that I took on, and I'm just processing it. It's there, it came, so I have to carry the burden as dignified as possible, with grace, and wait for it to just pass through. Very, very possible. I'm sharing this because most of the times, being spiritual or wanting to be in a good mood, all that depends on whether we have time or not, whether our body is capable of doing it or not. So most of the times we're lost in some kind of a distraction or the other. So the last thing we want to do is do something that will actually feed our soul and spirit. But it's actually the opposite, myself included. Because like I said, it happened to us from outside, so that it's everywhere. Think about it. Our body is made of all the 5 elements. We go back into it. So we are made of the same material. It's everywhere. Just for language sake, right? So if you take it as a spirit, even as a spirit, what literally happens, that spirit rises, it's a different room. So your mind just snaps. It's like you open into a different app. You kind of take yourself a little higher than from the body level. So you're a little bit separate from the body's pain and the suffering dragging you down without letting you do anything normal, to this other place where it lifts you up. It's a light feeling, and certainly the healing is extremely fast. It's miraculous. It's actually a science. It only seems like a miracle because we've been out of touch, I would like to say. Just coming back home. So like I said, you do what you need to do and then back off. So you're not sleeping with it. You're not sitting with it all the time. Trust me, I've done it. I've done both. Like, you experience both at the extreme level. But somehow you're always coming back to the center. It'll pass. Because see, the body is nothing but an accumulated version of experiences in life. So it that if that spirit has to inhabit every cell in your body to radiate that kind of a relief, it's everywhere. So when we start doing it from within ourselves, I feel I'll explain it this way. I touch base. It's something inside of me, a room where I could sit with some wisdom, sit with memories that made me feel good, watch the thoughts that are coming in that place and space. So it fills your heart. It's love, basically, it's love. Fills your heart, your mind is at ease. Then I experience it filling my room. Then it spreads in my whole house. You can feel it. When you enter a room, you can feel that energy. Whole house feels a little comfortable to be in. Even that, I've come a long way. Like I said, it's a step-by-step process and it's a relationship. So the more we work on a relationship and the more we come closer and closer, we become more intimate, then it just becomes a lifestyle and it becomes your truth. It's beautiful. I've had my wars in the place that I'm living in, but it's grown. I can say from where I'm at now, there's absolutely nothing toxic that I feel just from where I am at. I can just feel it's just, it's radiating. Although there are things that I can worry about or feel upset about or react to all around me. So you see, it's changed a lot. I'm still not 100%, but I just go with the flow. I don't mind having it in the background, even if it's not completely cured or healed. I can still sit here and do this work, think beautiful thoughts, carry on with my daily activities without letting any negative emotion. So it becomes easier, very, very easy to carry that burden. Not at all heavy. It takes a while. It's only the time that you have to carry it. See? So we can help ourselves to uplift or come out of a state of mind that feels uncomfortable carrying a burden. It's like carrying a bag. It's like carrying something that has weight in it. Each one has different ways to and style to carry it. So again, it comes back to me doing the work within myself as best as I can. So there's absolutely no time to even think about what the other person needs to do, what they're doing. Most of the times the wiring, we're in so many different minds, we have relationships, so there's a lot of wiring, mostly some of them not connected properly. So that's how the chemistry of the brain looks and seems scattered. Now once it starts to fire up correctly, you feel quite free. Not that you don't care, but you're not as affected as you used to be, and then that actually even helps the other person. Whether it's indirect, non-verbal, long distance, or whether they're right there, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. So like I said, it's the same spirit within, all around you, within yourself, in your house, in the area that you live in, and then the whole universe. So we start to have a lot of understanding, because again it's a science and math. And slowly the emotions start to present itself in a much mature fashion. Once I got to that level, I can see now, how the minds are, how the states of minds are, and I feel for them. I feel sad, instead of taking it personally and reacting. That's not there because you're not connected. Do you see with that? Most of the times, even these recordings or whatever the songs and all that, we used to sit and listen, but as if I'm caught up in some other distraction, it would make me mad. So obviously, until it touches all the other parts, we're made of parts, and until it integrates and become as one, there will be frustration. You have to deal with it. So each time, if a part is disconnected and it erupts, then we're consumed with that part, and we think that's what that person is, but it's not. You kind of like an X-ray, you look through the heart. No, this person has done so much good to me. This person has helped me. This person has loved me. So you remember those things. Just because one part is up and about, running around like a bull, I have the space to make the choice to love that person no matter what. Because eventually, we're all blessed, whether we know it or not, whether we change or not. Because it's a spirit, it encompasses everything and everyone. It's life, it's moving. Everything will be existing. People are there, animals are there, creation is there. If you delete all that, do Photoshop and remove the animals, remove the human beings, still it will still exist as clouds, sky, earth, trees. So you see, it could go anywhere. Mind is a beautiful thing, a beautiful canvas to paint the picture that you want. So I'm tracking this event, the latest event, and as I seek from within to see what can I do to make it better. How can I bless this ugly bug that has infested me? And how can I still continue to do this work, that a space and place that makes me feel good? Keep up with my excellent behavior, my emotional balance, my ability to cope with any other distractions or pokey, disturbing, annoying energies from within mostly. It's a very strong feeling. As you get more experience with this experience, you know the nature of it. It's like a spirit transplant. operation, you feel differently. The things that used to happen are not happening because it's displaced everything that is not like it. That's what it's a feeling of rising up. And like I said, it's a science. So you feel refreshed, a refreshing feeling of drenched in His grace and presence. It's very, very beautiful place to be in. And it's for everybody. I have seen it in my cats and in my, anyone's, even the person that I thought is harmful or evil. It can come through anyone. If you're in need in that place and space, dear sisters and brothers, all you say is, yes, please help me, come. I'm telling you, it can be an instant effect, at least to just know it once. It's a place, you like it and you felt good and you have that memory in your mind. So you keep on wanting to go back again and again to that place, isn't it? And when you share it with someone, you recreate that feeling as you're sharing the story with someone. And then it gets bigger and bigger and it just gets more and more beautiful. So not to worry at all. One can choose to do it anywhere. Continuing to carry out your activities on earth, because that's a fact that's happening. What is happening within us is known only to us. Just like we can grab a cup of coffee and watch a travel channel in order to take our mind away from that pain and suffering. But then ultimately, if one wants to choose to do this work at the deepest level and to be honest about it, be truthful, and not like a temporary workaround, but a permanent healing, then one needs to shed light upon it with intention. Of course, a lot of kindness, compassion, and love. Then it gets easier and easier. It gets easier to create memory of a successful relationship with the self, an integrated version of you or me in this case. So today when I was sitting in that space, looking to see if there's anything that is going to be spoken, it's like a pop-up in the mind. These words just appear in your mind, and it's, like I said, the flavor of it after you've been with it for a while. There's no copyright on this kind of thing. Each one is filled with the same wisdom that anyone else is. Simple things that we need for our life to be fulfilled. When we leave, nothing else would matter. So we live like it matters. And in order to do that, we need certain tools. This is the kind of thing that was given to me, so I'm sharing it. And I heard, carry the burden. So then the topic comes, and then there are thoughts that starts to accumulate these whatever you can call it, a sermon. It's beautiful. It feels good to be in the company that understands, to be with the spirit that heals, moves through easily. Feels good, feels good. Everyone wants to feel good. Feels good to capture the thoughts and to exhibit the perfect me, in whatever shape, way, and form. And from a heart full of love, I wish all the very best to everyone to find that within, to find that voice that can soothe your soul and thoughts that can uplift your spirit, to carry your burden as best as you can, with as much grace and dignity as you can. And we will end here now, as I am going to continue to carry my burden without straining my throat anymore. So pardon me for that. We will be in this space, loving and living, and we will meet again soon. Take care.